What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr Games. We're here with James, and James, as you can see, is bringing us an updated FA deck profile. Now, we received new cards in Circuit Break. Obviously the monsters, we've got Whip Crosser and Turbocharger. So without further ado, James is going to take us through his deck profile.
Right, okay, we'll start with the monsters, I guess. Right.
And obviously any fans of Final Fantasy X out there.
Me.
Okay, what we got, James?
Okay, so start off with 3 mechs. This is your Dark Law in single monster form once it hits level 7. Like last time, FA monsters, once they reach level 7, gain a secondary effect. So this one cannot be affected by monster effects, by monsters whose levels are lower than it. If it reaches level 7, it banishes anything your opponent sends to graveyard. 0 attack, they all get 300 times by their level as attack. We then have 3 of the new FA Whip Crosser. FA Whip Crosser is a fairly neat one. Your opponent must pay 300 life points in order to activate monsters' effects whose original level or rank is lower than it. And then this one, when it gets to level 7, your opponent cannot discard cards from hand or send cards to the graveyard or in order to activate effects.
Yeah, so they can't like Ghost Oak you, Winter Cherries you, stuff like that basically.
Whilst it's level 7. Got 2 of the new Turbocharger. It's an amazing card. I want it at 3, but because its level is 6 and it's a little bit of a slower deck, it's not so great. If you get a pair of these out on the board, you shut your opponent right down, because this one, again, gaining the whole levels attack equal to level times 300, but monsters with low level or rank cannot target monsters for attacks except for this one. So you get 2 of them out, they can't declare attacks. With effects or monsters who original levels. Yeah, so cannot target for attacks except for this, cannot target with effects except for this. Get pair of them out, it's brilliant.
And obviously it's quicker to get to level 7 as well because it's only 1 level off.
Yeah, exactly, and once they're level 7, your opponent cannot activate effects until the end of the damage step. So, brilliant card, just not quite there yet, because it's a little bricky at 3. I've dropped 1 Sonic Maester just because of space needed within the deck. This one cannot be destroyed by battle with monsters who have lower levels than it. If it reaches level 7, it can make 2 attacks if it attacked a monster.
On monsters during each battle phase,
So it's not as brilliant, but it's still an FA. So for the rest of the monster lineup, we have Speedroids because they are machine wind types. So we've got 1 Red-Eye Die, 1 Tri-Eye Die, 1 Terratop, and 1 Takentomborg. Yeah, we all know the Terratop Takentomborg play. You got your Synchro plays here. Just speed up, get into more monsters slightly quicker. Then one of the new monsters, Fantastic Striborg, yeah. This one's brilliant, especially if you use FA Pit Stop on an FA monster, because you tribute summon that monster, it then gets returned to hand rather than sent to graveyard. And then it's one of these column effects, so columns becoming even more increasingly important. Just discard 1 to return things to hand.
In the same column as that monster,
So we've got the mics,
Symphonics.
and guitar, symphonics, 2 guitars to search out the mics, additional summons. You kind of need it with this deck. The FAs on their own are fairly slow, so you need to get that summon, then additional summons.
Something to speed them a bit up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
speed them up. Get into your field spell. Talking of field spells, we've got 3 of the new field spell and 3 of the old field spell. So what we've got here is, make it easier for Dale. Yeah. So with Grand Prix Circuit, it was during the battle phase they get a temporary +2 level boost. With Off-Road Grand Prix, it's during the main phases only that they get the level boost, so they do the opposite things. With Circuit, when a FA monster destroyed a monster by battle, you drew a card and that set that off. When an FA monster is destroyed by battle, you can rip a card from your opponent's hand and get it discarded to graveyard. Both of these, when they're destroyed, search you out a card. To help make this all more viable, got a pair of set rotations. The idea being, you play whichever one you want first. After you've summoned your FA monster, you then set rotation, get whichever one you want to your side of the field, set one to your opponent's side, activate your one, another level boost. If they activate the one on their side, that's a further level boost because it just says the FA monsters activate off of any FA card that happens anywhere. So this helps thin the deck out, get you to where you want, and
You shouldn't technically run out of targets anytime soon as well.
When running 6. 3 of the old FA downforce, increase a level, give increase by 2 levels till the end of turn. Again, boost them up by a level. Very lovely card. You just sit behind FA downforce and hang on mech. You go hang on mech, set downforce, wait for your opponent's turn, downforce their Dark Lord until they get rid of it. 3 FA pit stops. It's a love-hate relationship at the moment with this card. You don't want to be reducing levels because the higher the level, the stronger they get. But they're accumulative, so you draw 1, decrease an FA monster by 2 levels, draw 1 plus the number of FA pit stops in your graveyard. So long-term endgame, this is very good later on. To begin with, you probably want to use it, tribute summon the monster, and then additional normal summon the monster back out again. Your other FA monsters will probably get a boost, but
Use Foolish Barrel of Goods, send one into the graveyard, do it that way, yeah.
Yeah, things like that. I forgot to put that in here though. It's one of those cards that you should really put.
Yeah.
3 Ties of the Brethren, because apart from 3 cards, they're all under level 4, and they're all wind types, so it's a bit of a no-brainer to help speed the deck right up.
Obviously, for those of you thinking like, why isn't Machine Dupe in there? When the FAs hit the board, their attack goes up. So unless you have the ability to negate their effect, Machine Dupe wouldn't be viable.
No.
So which is why Ties is the option for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of reducing it down to 2, just consistency, because I haven't had much time to practice with this. Right. Pair of Solidarities. You're sending quite a bit to graveyard with the speed with some of these card effects. You're only playing machine types in this deck. They're fairly weak because 300 times by level, once they've hit 7, they're still only 2-1. Most level 7 monsters are sitting in the 2-5 plus attack, so giving them an additional 800
boost of solidarity helps, yeah.
Get a pair of them out and you're just laughing. One limiter removal I learnt from last time. Wait, where's my Monster Reborn? I should really have that in here. Right, yeah.
So the one limiter removal, obviously standard in all machine decks. You kind of really always want to run that. Trap lineup is quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 pulse mines because everything you're playing, machine types.
Yeah.
Putting them into defense mode, okay, might not slow them down for destruction effects, but in terms of attacks and taking damage, yeah, it just slows them down a little bit, helps speed you up, delay
give you what
them.
you need.
And then pair of marshalling fields. So the idea is, if you only just about manage to get FA hang-on mech up to level 5, or you're struggling with that, this is really lovely because it then goes, right, activate this, just declare level 9.
It's quite nice for machines, isn't it, in general, so it works really, really well.
Yeah, you can then make all those odd levels that they are balance out so that your Exes summons become easier.
Yeah.
But activating it, turning them all to level 9,
go from there.
Yeah, and go off from there.
Okay, so now onto the extra. What have we got on the extra, James?
Extra deck, well, Samurai Destroyer. It's a machine type. It's
quite helpful in the sneak peek as well, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was extremely helpful in the sneak. The people who could go into it, they were just using it and abusing it.
Yeah.
The fact that it negates the monster effects, especially against the crawler decks that we were seeing,
helps out massively.
Yeah, it's just one of those really good, strong, solid upcoming cards.
Yeah. So what else we've got? We got
for the synchros, we've got Formula Synchron.
Yeah.
We've got a draw. We can make win 2 level 1s with the die.
Yeah.
Not tri die, but the singular one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw that down a little, and then we've got high speedroid puzzle.
Because they're speedroids, it just seemed to make sense. Jester because we've got level 5s. We've got a large range of scope for levels, so it's a little bit for everything in his machine type, so we don't upset solidarity. 2 high speedroid Hagata. I love going into this with the FA deck because you can just pop it for its effect to increase levels, and it's just another increased level for the FAs. Pair of Condemner because, again, FA, wind, synchro, machine types. Wind machine types was what I was trying to work around, especially with the...
I'm assuming you'd put, like, obviously a high speedroid Chambara in there as well. You can pick one of them up.
Yeah.
That's always going to be
quite
helpful.
Ally of Justice Light Gazer because you can get into decent high-end stuff. There's a lot of light decks coming out at the moment, a lot of light decks that people are wanting to run, so...
Yeah, this is probably your option between this and high speedroid Chambara, really.
Yeah. Then we've got Xyz summons, you've got wind-up Zen mains, in case you drop your levels or you get 2 speedroids out.
Just as an option.
Yeah, as an option. Gear Garantex, because search. Enough said, really.
Standard on the rank 4 on that one.
Yeah.
Heavy armoured train as well,
heavy armoured. We've got rank 5s, we've got Nova and Infinity plays, because...
You can make it,
why not?
Yeah.
And wind up Arsenal Zen mains, wind, machine.
Fits it all
there.
Yeah, and obviously the other options you can put in there is you can put like a rank 7 in there because that's kind of the max that your FAs are going to be hitting or around that mark. You can put number 41 Bazooka in there as well, the new super from Circuit Break. So it gives you a couple of options. This is just kind of kept within a theme, in a sense, like kept towards wind machines in that sense. We're going to have loads coming up for you guys. There's so many new cards from Circuit Break which update so many decks. So we'll try and get as many out as we possibly can for you. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.